Hello everyone. So this week we have a short week. We only go to Thursday. It's also Holy Week. So yesterday was Palm Sunday and Jesus was welcomed in the city of Jerusalem. Last Friday we acted this out with Mr. Sanchez pretending to be Jesus, and the students put down their sweaters and called out Hosanna to Jesus. I asked that if the students brought in palms, they would go into the prize box. It was also reinforcing the standard that Sunday is the Lord's Day, or the day that we go to church. Today was a pretty normal day, other than we had a fire drill. Students, we discussed the letter R, we're discussing the rainbow, we went to music, and we did our math journals. On Tuesday, we have PE, and we also have a Marian family activity where we'll be making placemats and cards for a senior center, as well as for the cards for prison ministry. These will help Deacon Roger during the Easter season. On Wednesday, we're going to go to the Trimester 2 awards to support the older grades. And that afternoon, we will go to Stations of the Cross with our 5th grade buddies, because our 8th grade buddies are doing Stations of the Cross. On this Thursday, we have our Jeans for Justice Day, so that the students can wear their uniform top, but they can wear jeans. So the donations will go to the church to feed the poor. And we're going to have a scavenger hunt on this day. And the 8th graders will put them out, the eggs. And then thank you to the 2 families that put the jelly beans in the eggs that we are not going to be eating in class, but that they will be sorting and doing a math activity with. And then they get to take some jelly beans home, because sugar and kindergarten don't mix. But we're out at noon that day. Remember that the diaper drive ends this week. That goes to Expectant Mother Outreach. And I hope you all have a fabulous and wonderful Easter. And you'll see that we're going to be practicing, or we're talking about Holy Week in religion, as well as the rainbow is the covenant that God will not flood the earth again. We're doing our letter R in Super Kids, so we're talking about how we scrub things. That's one of the words in their word ring. We're also talking about the bird a robin, and a synonym is this word that means the same. The words in their word rings this week, in addition to the ones that they've done in the last weeks, are B, so the sight word B-E, of, which they should know. This will help them when they're reading the story tomorrow, Let's Get Set. They're going to be doing the word rest, so rest. They're going to be doing the word best. We can talk about rest and best are rhyming words. In addition, they'll do glob and blob. They'll be talking about, the super kids are doing a glob of paint or a blob of paint. And they're also scrubbing the bus, and that's what they do. They rub to scrub it, and then rub and dub also rhyme. We're going to continue to talk about spring activities, the weather. They're doing that in their newsletter. They're doing their March calendars as well, and we're talking about scavenger hunts. In math, we're working on our math journals. You're also encouraged to do iExcel at home. If they've mastered all the addition skills, they can move on to other skills that they have not practiced. We're going to be continuing to do science as well, and then the schedule this week, noon dismissal on Thursday. There's no daycare. Friday, they have no school for Good Friday. And then they have Easter break next week. And so we resume school on April 9th. And please be on time so that way your kids know, just get right back to the regular schedule. In addition, we're going to, on the back of this paper, you'll see that just a little more in depth of what we're doing for Super Kids. So they're tracking and printing the illustrations. So for your reading log, you can also have them practice that. We're practicing rhyming words, blending sounds to decode words, so making sure that they know their letter sounds and putting their letter sounds together. We're talking about cleaning and yard work. You can have your kids do that as well. We're talking about the memorable words the, and So if they don't know those words, that's going to be very tricky for them in our reading. So continue to practice those if they're in their word ring. Understanding synonyms for amounts. So it might be the same amount of something. I'm talking about cause and effect. We're reading with natural phrasing. So that means just reading at a normal pace, or saying it in just a normal way. Today we practice forming letter R, capital R and lowercase r, and you'll see that spelling and listening, getting ready, discussing getting ready for things, in which we do most days. So that should be a good overview of what we got this week. So have a good week.